contest, a Cleveland Browns podcast. Let's get the Gleam together. Cold Lake wind and orange lights, Sunday fire, dog pound nights. We won the scars, we stood the test, brown and orange across our chest. From the Muni lot to the end zone line, this city's heart still beats in time. Through every loss and every dream, you can feel it rise. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam together. This is our time. Let's get the gleam together. Whoa. Let's get the gleam together. This is our town.
Gleam, man. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam, all right? Let's go.
Good afternoon and welcome to our show. There's a Gleam podcast, a Cleveland Browns podcast. Today is Wednesday, March 11th, 2026, noon on this very wet, colder, chilly day. How you feeling today, John?
Steve, I was doing fantastic until I started going into my Google Docs, and this new Apple update has just totally screwed me up.
Uh-oh.
But I'll get through. Other than that, I'm doing good. How about you?
I can't complain. I got a shipment coming today. I'm a QVC nut, so I do order stuff from QVC. I got a box of wine, 12 different wines coming, somewhere between 1 and 3 today. So I hope it doesn't come while we're on the show because I have to sign for it.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for me. Good for everybody.
I can't believe you put that up. Oh my God, that is awesome. That is great.
So you getting your wine?
What's that?
You getting wine?
Yeah, I'm a sucker for buying stuff, and they had something on QVC. Jeffrey Zakarian, the one chef, he had like 12 bottles, different 6 red, 6 white, different types. And so, I'm a wine connoisseur now, so I'm trying to figure it out, but got that coming. But more importantly, before I get to some of this good stuff, today is a special day because it is my cousin Lisa's birthday today.
Oh, wow. All right.
So I want to give a shout out to my cousin Lisa. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa. We have an inside joke. She's my favorite girl cousin because we can't just say favorite cousin to piss off family and have war in our family. So,
Right.
Although
I will say she's my favorite cousin of yours.
wow, you just pissed off
Look out,
Dom
Dom and Tony.
Nope, that's her in the picture. That was one of our infamous tailgatings with Bigfoot there. So, but it's her birthday today. She told me her and her fiance Butch. Oh, fun fact. Let me pull this down for a second. That picture up there, my sign, the Cleveland Browns elf. Butch and Lisa got me that many Christmases ago for Christmas. So, thank you for that. But yeah, they're heading off they're going to IKEA today to do some, I'm assuming, birthday shopping. So God help Butch, the stuff he's going to get and put together.
Pittsburgh or Columbus?
I believe they're going to Pittsburgh.
Okay, nice.
I think that's what she said. So, but anyway, want to wish her a happy birthday. Hope you enjoy your day, Lisa. If you're friends with her and you're friends of this show, you better post something on Facebook or it's not recognized. So shout out to her, Lisa Zach, Z-A-K. On Facebook, wish her a happy birthday and hope you enjoy your day. There you go.
I can see that.
And got some more exciting news. Hold on here. Oh, speaking of devil, she posted. Oh, it's official. We are up on Facebook on our There's a Gleam page. Finally and officially, comments are coming through.
What's up?
She said, "Oh, thank you" at heart. So you're welcome. Perfect. So they are now coming up, but
nice.
That's awesome.
And they're both big Browns fans. I know Butch. We've tailgated with Butch and Lisa before, so
they're so much fun. They used to have season tickets and then stop, but they go to some games. But good time to always fun to tailgate with them and just hang out with. So, if you haven't Follow us. We're all over the place. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and X. You can catch any of those live every Wednesday. YouTube, you can subscribe at There's a Gleam Podcast. You can follow us on Facebook at There's a Gleam Podcast. And you can follow on X. We don't have a page yet. We're using our individual, but that may change. John is on TikTok at John There's a Gleam. And I'm putting it out there. I'm going to stick with it. Mine is There's a Gleam Podcast. So I'm representing the show.
I love it. Yeah, you can see a lot of the show videos on if you follow us on TikTok. That's where we're putting a lot of the little snippets and stuff that we take.
There's our buddies over from Bearded Browns Podcast. Welcome to Facebook, fellas. Yeah, we're a little slow, but eventually we get there. But shout out to Angel, Mike, Dr. Chad, and the rest of the gang. If you guys aren't following them, they're a great podcast to follow. Fellow Browns fans, they do a great show. I think I want to say Tuesday they do a live show, and I think Saturday mornings. But great guys. Angel, we've met before, hung out, and good guys. Follow them if you can.
Rob says buying from IKEA in Pittsburgh will make the house smell.
And buying in Pukesburg will make it. Actually, speaking of smelling, I bought a sign which I was going to put up, but I might not now. I got it at Rally House, and it stinks so bad.
I would probably take that back.
Yeah,
it's probably some kind of chemicals.
Butch said they're watching and waiting on their food from Burgatory. Are you doing it now? Burger King, don't they have the new Whopper that's been new and improved?
Yeah, they do.
We talked about doing that, doing the side by side. McDonald's has their new Big Arch, and Burger King did their new improved Whopper side by side comparison. But anyway, you can also follow and subscribe. We are now on. Not only are we live on YouTube during the show, but we are now have our podcast available for later if you want to just listen and not look at our ugly mugs. But we are on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. There's a Gleam Podcast, the Cleveland Browns podcast. Look for our logo, and you should be able to find us. So please subscribe, follow, like, share. Help us spread the word. We're trying to grow. We're trying to get to the Bearded Browns level. Those guys are pretty good. And so let's get.
And if you don't like it anyways.
Right? Give us a shot. What do you got to lose?
We're not too proud to beg.
That is true. So today we're going to talk some Browns news. I think there's a few things going on these last couple of days, but we'll talk some Brown news, NFL news, some free agency news. It's today, 4 p.m. is the official where they can, all these free agent signings we've been hearing about for the last 2 days can now become official. Contracts can be signed. And so we're looking for that. We're also got the land featuring a sweet treat this week and more. So we're going to get started here. And actually, Butch said he corrected us. It's a burger joint, not BK. Oh, you're classy. Burgatory. I guess it's an actual place.
I think, you know what? Yeah. I feel like I've seen that sign.
Burgatory?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Now I don't know.
So let's get to it. We got some Browns news, John.
Dude, we've got so much news. It's like it makes your head spin. I mean, Steve, we're going all the way back to Myles Garrett speeding down 71, where they said he was doing 94, but he was actually over 100 miles an hour, I guess. And the cop wrote it up at 94.
Wow.
So Myles Garrett, that's his 9th speeding ticket since he's been here in 2017, along with one flipped Porsche.
Yeah, but when you think about it, it's only one a year. It doesn't sound as bad.
Well, that's true. That's not too, at least you'll be able to keep your license at that rate.
Yeah. But it is a problem. I mean, especially after flipping that car and all the tickets, you'd like to see, you'd like to see him be a little bit more responsible, I guess.
It's just pure recklessness, Steve. And I don't know what the Browns do about this, but for your team leader to just doing this, it's just, I don't know. Team captain, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, let's be honest. We haven't had the best of luck with stuff happening where, remember when we had Kellen Winslow Jr. and he was in a parking lot doing wheelies on a dirt bike, and that's what tore up his knee and basically ruined him. He was never the same.
No,
meanwhile, Roethlisberger's driving around the streets of Pittsburgh. Didn't he get in an accident and smash into a windshield or something?
Yeah, with his head. And he didn't have a helmet on.
Scratches. And, so.
And then he ended up playing even better.
Right. And then you had, some of the freak injuries we've gotten. Who is the cornerback from Baltimore? Is it?
Oh
Brad?
yeah, I just did a video. I was looking up to do a video about this. It was
I keep wanting to say, what is it?
Was it Fred Baxter? I believe maybe
it wasn't Fred, but I think it was Baxter.
It was we signed him from the. So Steve, I looked. It was the same. I actually did a TikTok about this, about Brown's injuries after I can't remember whatever I did it after, but it was. Remember we had the center Bentley, LaCharles Bentley. This was in 2006 or 8, I believe. He went out in training camp with a knee injury, and then later on in the year, Baxter blew both.
Gary Baxter.
Gary Baxter.
It's driving me nuts.
Both Achilles in the same, both legs on the same play.
No, it's the patellar tendon.
Oh yeah, patellar tendon, not Achilles. You're right.
I'd never heard of a player tearing both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
So
well, that was a clunky story I just told.
There you go. It's what we do. So anyway.
And, so also a couple moves. Browns quietly made roster moves last week. Tendered tight end Brendan Bates, receivers Malachi Corey and Jamari Thrash, linebacker Winston Reed, along with.
Oh, you went way ahead.
What?
You skipped. You didn't talk about Ward, no?
Oh, no. Myles Garrett, and then this roster moves.
Oh.
You should probably attend the show meeting. Long snapper Rex Sanahara and kicker Andre Schmidt. They are all exclusive rights free agents. They have less than 3 years in the league, and the Browns signed them at the league minimum. So they got another year to look at these guys, which is a good move on the Browns' part.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we have the Denzel Ward restructuring of his contract. Now, Steve, when it gets to contracts and restructuring, you're probably the guy that needs to talk about this. I don't understand half this shit. But I guess the move saved Cleveland over $2 million against your salary cap.
I guess I don't understand that to save my life. But for all those clamoring, Browns have no money. We're in cap hell. I mean, the Browns went and signed some 3 guys and made a trade and extended. So they've got money. So that theory's out.
Correct. Because they also restructured Deshaun Watson's contract last week.
Yep. And there's the free agent tracker I had up here. You had the exclusive rights. You mentioned those guys. And then the restricted ones we still have was Diabate, Hickman, Kamara, Webb, and Whiteheart.
Okay. And then with the restructuring of Watson's contract, they saved about $36 million in cap space.
Wow. Well, I think he will be finally officially gone next year.
That's all I want to know, Steve, is just to have. I just want the announcement from the Browns that Deshaun Watson's no longer on the team, and we no longer own money, and this nightmare finally ended, and we woke up.
How crazy would it be if he ended up starting or at some point coming in to play and plays good?
Yeah, you give him another $200 million contract then.
I kind of want to just be done and over.
Me too. I don't want to see him on the dude. I can't even imagine sitting there the opening weekend and he comes running out of the tunnel, which I'm sure they would not announce the offense in that situation. You never know, though.
Never know. So, all right. Well, big news starting Monday. Monday was the big day where the, legal tampering could start at noon. Right. And, after a little bit of a slow start, the Browns started to get going. And, it started actually last week with the signing of offensive lineman, trade with Houston to get Titus Howard in.
That's right.
And they gave him that extension. So they did that. And then come Monday, comes around. And what was the first one that they did?
We did. Then we signed did we sign
it's the guard.
Quincy Williams? Oh, no, it's the guard first.
Yeah, I tried to throw yourself out.
Zion Johnson, you did. I need to look at those show notes.
Yeah. So the first big move announcement that they said was that they were signing, and again, none of it's official until today, starting at 4 p.m. It can be made if contracts can be signed and all that good stuff. But so So they started signing guard Zion Johnson. They signing him to a 3-year deal worth up to 45. It's worth $49.5 million, which comes out to about $16 million a year, including a $32.4 million guaranteed and a $17.1 million signing bonus. So, but the interesting thing, and again, if somebody understands this salary cap, you could, other than Jack Duffin, you can tell us, but in 2026, his base salary is very cap friendly. It's only going to be $1.215 million.
Okay.
I don't know how
That's
that
not bad
happens,
at all.
but nah, he's 26 years old, started the past 3 years at left guard. He did play right guard his rookie season. So speculation at first was, does this mean Joe Batonio's gone since he's left? But he has played right, so he could play either spot. Former first round 2022 first round pick for the Chargers, and he was picked 17 out of Boston College. Only missed 2 games out of 60. He went 66 out of 68 games, so very durable, which I think seems to be a theme with some of these guys we've signed as we talk about them. The durability.
That's going to be key for the Browns. They need some guys that can that stay healthy and on the field.
Yeah. The most common comments I've heard about him is he's solid, but not spectacular. He is coming off his best season. He's a better run blocker, one of the league's best run blockers, one said, than a pass blocker. He struggles against the pass. For guards, he finished second in run block win rate at 79.3%, but he was 5th worst in pass block win rate at 87.4%. So,
okay, that's going to help. Let me ask you this. Well, Steve, I'll ask you this after we get through these couple signings. I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah, and wasn't it kind of the same deal with Howard? Better run blocker than pass blocker? Or no, better. Wait, I forget what Howard. It's the same thing with him. He's good at one and
right, and not
so good at the other. So I think it was run blocking. He's good, but pass blocking. So we'll see. But definitely an upgrade. I remember him coming out in the 22 draft.
Howard?
No, Johnson, my bad.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, well, in no particular order, we're going to kind of stick, we're going to stick with the offensive line because they really addressed the offensive line so far.
Which they needed to. And that's a big move for Barry, what he's done here, I think.
Yeah. The other big signing, and this just happened the other day, was I have it right here, is the next lineman they signed was from the guy from Green Bay, Elton Jenkins. I always butcher his first name. But they signed him. Well, they're going to be signing him to a deal. And the write-up on him, there we go.
It was a 2-year deal for $24 million.
Yes, sir. Yep, sir. What's that?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say he's 30 years old. He's made 67 starts at left guard before he moved to center last season. He only played 9 games due to an ankle injury. Some have already projected him as the center for the Browns, so we shall see. He's also a former 2019 second-round pick 44 from Mississippi State, and he's a 2-time Pro Bowler at left guard. So it was reported that the Ravens were very interested in him, which are leading people to believe that the league's viewing him more as a center than guard. So I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
He was just released by the Packers a few days ago. Now, this scared me at first. They said it was because of a failed physical, and I'm like, oh, great. We'll talk about failed physicals here in a little bit with another player. But he suffered a lower left, I think it was an ankle fracture back in November against the Eagles. But then I'm reading and hearing that he was cut primarily for salary cap reasons, but they used the failed physical as the excuse. So, again, played 96 games during his time with Green Bay, and I thought this was an interesting little nugget. He's allowed only 9 sacks in 7 seasons, over 6,300 snaps and just 9 sacks. So,
okay, I like that.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take that in a heartbeat. So, sounds like an upgrade. Two guys linemen we desperately needed to get. So that was good news. The other one, well, this was a re-signing. And the Browns brought back one of their own offensive linemen, and that was, who's that, John?
Kevin Jenkins.
Yes, sir. That one, so from what I gathered from that is everything I looked, I couldn't find it, but They re-signed him. Contract details, nobody said. I thought I don't know how long or anything. So I'm sure it'll come out. Well, it should come out today, but he's 28 years old. He first signed with the Browns last year, played all 17 games at one point each game, and he had 4 starts at right guard. Former 2021 second round pick, 39th overall. And he gives us some more depth on the O-line to play either guard, I would believe. So, yeah, I think it's a solid signing. You got what? Him and Zinter as backups. You still have DeJuan Jones, and I'm missing one or two. Whippler.
Maybe Batonio. So let me ask you this, Steve.
Hit me.
Two things. What grade would you give this line right now? What that Andrew Berry's putting together?
I mean, everything's going to depend on. We still don't have a left tackle. I don't think.
I'm just talking right now. Right now, what do you see? You give him a B, C, D, F, A.
I'll give him a solid B.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, from everything I read, Zion Johnson was one of the top 5 guards out there. I think most had him 4th. I've seen some ratings 20. I've seen anywhere from 25th, 26th best free agent out there. So, we needed a guard. He made the trade with Howard. You gave up a 5th round pick. I like the Jenkins move. And no, the Jenkins is not related. The 2 Jenkins aren't related. I had to look that up. I saw somewhere on X posted their brothers, and I'm like, really? They're not. So no relation, but I don't know. I would say I'll give them a solid, B.
Okay.
What do you think?
I was going to go C+.
I almost did that. I was torn.
What now? So the other big question is Joel Batonio coming back in your mind? You think he'll be back here?
I don't know. I mean, the longer you would have thought we would have heard something based on what they've signed. I'm starting to think he ain't coming back. I don't know why they're waiting.
I kind of feel the same way, but we might be surprised.
Yeah, I think he's, because I didn't realize this. He's a free agent. Technically, he could be a free agent and sign anywhere. So I think he's a loyal guy. I think with Batonio, it's really going to come down to, does he want to go through a whole grueling NFL season? I know last year was reported, I don't think he practiced pretty much at all last season and basically just got to the games each week and played. So, does he want to do another pounding like that? But can he hold up? Is he mentally and physically ready to do it? But my gut's telling me he's not going to sign.
Yeah. And that would be okay. I think what we're doing right now will be okay. Batonio, though, would be still would be a nice addition to this line.
Oh, sure. Angel, our buddy over at Bearded Brown, said he thinks he's retiring. He's going 70-30, leaning towards retiring. I agree with you, Angel.
Yeah. I agree with that. 70-30, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. You got to believe we're going to hear something today. I mean, I can't believe we haven't heard anything yet, but I'm guessing we will hear something today. The other big news. So we'll get to this. We did sign a linebacker.
Okay.
And I have him up here.
Yeah, Steve. Can I talk about Quincy Williams?
Bring it.
All right. Well, we signed Quincy Williams, a linebacker from the Jets, on a 2-year deal worth $17 million. He's 29 years old. He's a former 3rd round pick from Murray State.
Mm-hmm.
Now he did work with our defensive coordinator Rudenberg at Jacksonville, because Rudenberg was a linebackers coach, and then also with the Jets as a linebackers coach. So Rudenberg knows him well, and this kind of happened because of the whole Devin Bush to the Chicago Bears, a 3-year, $30 million deal.
Yep.
In 2023, Williams was a All-Pro. And then last year, he got benched. Now, there was a lot of things going on with the Jets last year. They traded Sauce Gardner, and there's just a lot of things going on in New York. So he did get benched. He had a down year. Now, Steve, I think this is a guy that is high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to get back to that 2023 way that he played, but if he does, the Browns are going to have a really, really good linebacker to pair with Lessinger.
I would agree that from what I read too, he's pretty similar to Bush in size and his rangy speed and incredibly physical. In fact, we got a pretty good thing here.
Is this the play where he nailed Kyler Murray?
Yeah, we got a comment from James. James said him and Schwess are going to look good together. I agree, James. I think so too. So yeah, for those of you that can see it, I saw. I think everybody's played this. I thought I found a gem, and then I was on X or something, and I started seeing this video everywhere. So I didn't find some uncovered gem, but here's this one.
Oh yeah.
For those that can't see, they showed him blitzing out the blind side of Kyler Murray and just drilling him from behind, and Murray's helmet went flying about 10 yards. So he's a pretty physical, violent linebacker, which I like those. So
do I.
Yeah, we'll see. It would have been nice to have kept Devin Bush. He played really good, real good success. The thing I do like about Quincy Williams is, and you talked about it, Rutenberg's coached him now in two places, Jacksonville when he was the assistant linebackers, and with the Jets. He's got familiarity with the system that made him an all-pro. So, we think it's going to be the system that Rutenberger, close to what Schwartz did. So, change of scenery.
You just called him Rutenberger. Holden Gardner, Rutenberger.
Dude, I knew I was going to do it. I'm going to do it
about a year. Can't get that out of my head.
Every time you say it, I want to say something different. I will not forget him in that movie, and I'm going to always say his name, Roland Gardner. I'm going to always say it wrong.
Gardner.
No, I like it. He's coming to a system made him from, that he's familiar with. And I think it's a good, for what happened, for what they lost. I mean, we took a shot on Bush and it paid off. So he's a couple years older, but I like it. So
and I'll say, Steve, with that, and this goes for me across the board with all the money that gets thrown around in the NFL. We look at years, how much their signing bonus, guaranteed, everything. It doesn't really matter in the long run. To me, it's you've got the player. He's either going to perform or he's not. So you get him at $17 million for 2 years instead of Devin Bush at 3 years, $30 million. Does it matter? I don't know. I guess it helps the Browns, but to me, it's only money.
Yeah. It's easy to say when it's not yours, although
it is not. I'm paying these guys for the last 20 years.
We are going to be paying for it here soon. So Browns have lost a couple players. I'm surprised we haven't lost more, but I know there's been a couple Browns former players that have signed on. You kind of touched upon it. First one being Devin Bush.
Yeah.
And what did he sign?
He did the 3 year, $30 million with a $21 million guaranteed, which it's all just numbers and money.
He's going to the Bears.
Yeah. And then Cameron Thomas actually is going back to join Kevin Stefanski at the Atlanta Falcons on a 1 year deal for $3.1 million.
Yeah. So still no word about Teller, Njoku. Those were probably two of our biggest ones, what they're doing.
Yeah, the market doesn't seem very hot for Wyatt Teller, does it?
Not yet. I mean, he's only 31. He's had some really good seasons. I had that up before. I'm going to pull it up again here. There we go. So of our unrestricted, I haven't heard anything about Trey Avery, Jerome Baker, the linebacker we got, former Glenville star, I think. Haven't heard about him yet. Batonio, we're still waiting. I did forget. I'm really hoping maybe they bring, and I don't know what, nothing's been said, but I really did like Corey Bjorquez, the punter. He's been phenomenal.
I saw a post by his wife on TikTok, and she's saying that basically the post was that she wants to punch someone in the face. And I assume that she was talking about the Browns and the negotiations and all that stuff.
Oh, gee. I really like him. I mean,
I don't know if it's going well or not, but she's just seems like she was pretty kind of stressed out a little bit.
Oh boy. Jack Conklin, another big name out there. Martin Emerson Jr. He's coming off the injury. You wonder if the Browns may sign him again, cheaper rate, kind of a prove it deal, but no news on him.
I don't know about Emerson.
No, Jerome Ford and Shelby Harris. I did like Shelby. Would have liked to have seen him possibly come back too, but there's time. He's already said Njoku. Oh, Posick. That's another one. Cam Robinson. Cam I could probably see go. I'm okay with that one. And this is my guy I liked at the end of the year. Travian Williams, the running back. He showed some really good glimpses. Him and Sanders that last game.
Yeah.
So I was hoping maybe as a third back, one of those two will be around, but we shall see. So let me ask you this. So you asked me about that. Is there anybody you'd like to see that maybe the Browns go after?
I've heard some rumors, and this isn't just free agency. This would be more of a trade with Marvin Harrison Jr. from Arizona. I would look at that trade for the 24th pick. Yeah.
Okay.
James said biggest name on the free agency list I want to see back in Cleveland is the all-time great Nick Chubb. Yes, sir, James. How about a one-day contract to say, yeah, he's retiring as a Brown? Because I don't think Nick's going to come back, but I would love to see him retire as a Brown.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it. Yeah, watching some of the games last year, he's just not the same back, which sucks, and it pisses me off. I saw Minka got traded. Steelers traded him to the Jets for a 7th round pick, and that he's still playing. And Chubb's playing. I mean, he might play another year, but he's just not quite the same running back from.
Unfortunately, but what a great back he was.
Yeah.
James also said he saw that the Giants might be interested in Wyatt Teller.
That could be. They,
Well, I know I saw a report. I saw a report also where C.J. Stroud in Texas was was kind of beating the drum for Wyatt Teller to join the Texans.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So with what we've done, I mean, it's early. We still have a lot of holes, but based on what we've done so far, do you get an inkling yet of the direction the Browns could go with their first round picks, or at least the first pick, or not really?
I still say that pick is so up in the air.
Yeah.
I saw a stat where the Browns right now across like 1,500 mock drafts. It was like only 15% the same for like the players. Everything else was all over the board and around. So who knows?
Since free agency?
Well, this was last week, so it may have changed a little bit.
Well, this is why we are wiser than beyond our years, and we have not done a mock draft because until free agency starts going, you see what players do. It's stuff changes. So
I totally agree, Steve.
I think we'll be getting ours out here shortly, probably in the next week or two. We'll start doing mock drafts, maybe one a week or something, or have some fun with it. But yeah, free agency kind of sets the tone. For me, I'm always going to be a proponent for taking the best available, regardless of the position. However, I'm hoping it falls into what we need. Well, let me ask you this. There's still some players still available. Free agent wise. This one's kind of surprising, kind of not. Offensive tackle Rasheed Walker from Green Bay. He's rated as the best left tackle out there. Again, another one of those, I think, solid, not spectacular, but he's still out there. And the longer it takes, I hear maybe his value goes down a little. Did the Browns kick that can? Oh, look at that at all, or what do you think?
I don't think so. I don't think you go that route. No.
Okay.
I think it's time to mix in a couple young guys with these veterans.
Yeah. Well, and then you also had some receivers. I didn't know if maybe we'd be looking at wide receiver at free agency or through trade or free agency. You got a couple guys that stood out to me were Juwan Jennings from San Francisco. Stephon Diggs was released by the Patriots, and Deebo Samuel from Washington. Do any of those three interest you for this team?
No. What about you?
Nah, I got to admit, Juwan Jennings possibly, but I'm looking for more for that legit one. Judy could be, I think, a solid 2, maybe. I don't know. Stephon Diggs, nah, he's not he did have a good year. And Deebo, I think, always gets hurt. I've never been a big Deebo fan, but and then the other thing I thought they might do was possibly look at cornerbacks through free agency. There's still 3 guys out there, although any of these guys interest you? Kadir Kohu, is it from Miami?
Yeah.
Kohu?
Miami Kohu.
Yeah, I think I think he's coming off like an ACL injury or something. So could be a prove it deal, but there's him. Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Diggs' brothers out there, formerly with Dallas and Green Bay, I think. And then Kobe Durant. He's played with the Rams.
I'm not interested in any of these guys, Steve. How about you?
Nah. Angel said he read that it's a trade down to 12. They can save $12 million on cap, which they may need to do. I did hear that too.
And I'm not opposed to trading down to 12.
Well, I'm going to get to that. Well, I'll talk about it now. So the one guy I really liked for the Browns, and after the combine, he's just skyrocketed, was Monroe Freeling, the tackle. I don't think this is a good tackle draft at all. I mean, most of these guys are right tackles. Some of them they're talking about even moving it. They might be better moved inside. If you're looking for a true left tackle, this doesn't seem to be the draft to do it. The one that is a true left tackle, though, is Monroe Freeling. And with that 24th pick, I thought there's a great chance we could get him. But that combine hit, he tested out with his numbers, measurements, and, he's the hottest thing there. And now it's looking like if you want him, you might have to take him at 6. Problem is he worth the 6th pick in the draft?
Well, if he was to stay in school this year and come out next year, he'd be a top 5 pick. So why not take him at 6? It's just speeding the timeline up a little bit.
Well, that's true too. Jacob said, great take, because why would KC take a running back now that they got a Super Bowl MVP? That is true.
But Kenneth Walker?
Yeah. Well, and I did see some of the mocks I saw had the Saints linked to Jeremiah Love, and they just signed Travis Etienne, which, and everybody's speculating that, what does that mean for Kamara? More than likely he could be gone. Angel said that he's too old. I think he's probably talking receiver.
Yeah, maybe Debo. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm thinking Diggs maybe.
And he also says we need a true left tackle too, which
yes,
I 100%
absolutely. Monroe Freeling is my guy. You make a valid point. If he's your guy, you go up and get him. Then you take him at 6. I think if they did do a trade back, could you possibly then move back a few spots and get him then and get some more draft capital? Are you willing to risk it?
Get him at 12.
Oh, Debo. He was talking about Debo.
Okay. And James Frank likes Monroe Freeling too.
Yeah, I like him. I do too. He said, actually, Angel said all the receivers we talked about are too old. I would agree. I don't really want any of them. And
me neither.
So I don't, the draft, I don't know. Going into it, I think Tate's the best receiver. I'd really like to see him get Tate if it fell into place there, but I don't know. We'll find out. We're just getting started. So
yeah.
All right. We ran a little bit longer with that. Compensatory picks, real quick. Browns got none. So if I understand this correctly, we may have a shot at getting one maybe next year for Devin Bush.
I believe that is correct.
I think it, depends on who they lose, what they do, but I think we look at possibly next year. And then for what it's worth, the official draft, I saw Daryl Ryder posted this. The NFL announced its complete 2026 mock draft order. So the Browns have officially the first round, they have the 6th and 24th pick which was from Jacksonville. Round 2, they have the 7th pick in that round, which is 39th overall. Round 3, they have the 6th pick in the 3rd round, which is 70th. Remember all these numbers. There will be a test afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Round 4.
Really good, I bet.
Well, it's when they tie, you alternate every other round. So I'm seeing if you're not catching the theme. In the 4th round, it's the 7th pick, 107 overall. 5th round, it's the 6th pick, 146. And then we have another 5th round, 9th pick, 149th, which is from Cincy. A 6th round pick, which is 25th overall, and 206 via Chicago. And the last one as of right now is the 7th round, 32nd pick, 248th overall pick via Seattle.
Okay.
So there you go.
Hey, Andrew Berry better be able to find us a receiver with all those picks.
James thinks Lemon is the best wide receiver in the draft. Even, but very well might be.
I'm not. I wouldn't be upset if the Browns got him.
There you go. NFL news. All right, we're gonna move on to our next segment.
Boy, Steve, big news in the NFL. Hold on to your hats.
What is it?
Max Crosby's deal just fell through last night around 10 o'clock.
I was stunned.
It's totally stunning. Where do I start, Steve? The Ravens thought they landed Max Crosby for 2 first-round picks in 26 and 27. But in a few hours last night at 10 o'clock or so, we found out that deal was nixed by the Baltimore Ravens. Now, Steve, the other rumor is that because of the Trey Hendrickson price tag dropping a little bit, that the Ravens were interested in that, and they didn't really want Max Crosby for what they were going to give up. And they kind of put the kibosh on that deal.
Right. Rob commented, is that Mr. Irrelevant pick this year? No, Rob, I think there's like 250 something picks. So, and with the compensatory and stuff. So I think that picks, it's close, but that's not Mr. Irrelevant. if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, John.
Yeah. So anyway, so it looks like the Ravens are going to end up signing, Ravens are going to end up signing Bengals defensive end Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year deal.
Yeah, that was a big that blew me away. Last night I was kind of hanging out with my wife, watching TV. I just happened to grab the phone and look on social media for a second, and it was everywhere. I was like, what's going on with Crosby? What the hell? And then this morning I did some work stuff, had NFL Network on, and I see scrolling across Hendrickson to the Ravens. I'm like, oh man. I mean, actually for them, are they pretty comparable? Do you think Crosby is better?
Oh yeah. I'd rather have Max Crosby.
But would you rather have Max Crosby and give up 2 first-round picks, or would you rather take Hendrickson and still have those 2 first-round picks? Because money's probably pretty close.
As a Browns fan, I'm happy they took Hendrickson for 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Crosby's out of division. Hendrickson was already into division, so you're not adding another.
And I think Hendrickson's older, actually. I'm not sure the ages, but I believe that Hendrickson is older.
I think he is. Well, and as of now, the Raiders are saying they're planning on honoring all the contract. You know, they've been probably one of the most, if not most active. They're saying they're going to honor all the contracts they agreed and keep Crosby, although the price tag could be lowered. Any chance the Browns could come in and make that trade, or no?
It would be interesting.
Wouldn't that be something to see Crosby and Miles on each side? Holy cow.
We'll give you Deshaun Watson.
Speaking of that, how crazy did you hear about Geno Smith?
The Raiders quarterback. Now he's a free agent, right?
Yep. No, he was traded. The Raiders traded Geno Smith to the New York Jets. They gave up Geno Smith and a 7th round draft pick, and in return, the Jets are sending the Raiders a 6th round draft pick. Both picks are in this year's draft, so he's got a chance to go home and maybe right or wrong, because he kind of was pretty much a bust when he played with the Jets, and then kind of turned things around in Seattle. A little bit of success with the Raiders, that was the only year he was terrible with them. But with Seattle, he had some good years, so he's going to be going back. So I thought that was interesting.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I had heard that he was going to the Jets, and I thought it was a free agent signing. So I'm glad you cleared that up in my pea brain.
Yeah, no, it was a trade. I saw you had mentioned that former Brown draft pick and former Brown Perrion Winfrey was waived by the Cowboys.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen. I thought he was playing in the UFL or something.
Yeah, I thought he was out, but apparently he was with them for a little bit. But you had some interesting tidbit NFL news about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, real quick, they're going to, in 2027, the Super Bowl will air on ESPN for the first time in network history. The occasion will also mark the first Super Bowl on ABC since 2006. The announcers will be Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, and that'll be their 7th Super Bowl together.
Wow. So I don't know. All these things being streamed, gotta go here, gotta go there. Peacock, Amazon, Netflix.
Dude, I can't remember where anything's at anymore. I'm like, what? I'd be like watching TV. Aaron, where were we watching that show? I don't know. We go to like 3 different places. Oh, we finally found it.
Right.
It's just as bad with football.
Yeah. And I mean, in other sports, baseball, basketball, they're all TBS, TNT, true this, true that.
James Franks, that's worst announcers ever. Joe Buck,
did see that. Yeah, James had a few. He said he doesn't think Hendrickson's going to make it those 4 years. Might be right. He has battled injuries.
Good call, James.
Ravens have lost a lot of pieces. In fact, a lot of them from that one draft. Remember, they were talking with Likely. They lost a lot. So we'll see. We're gonna I think we have some of that here. That's coming up in the free agent. All right, so that's good.
And let's do want to do some free agent news.
Yeah, kind of that. Yeah, let's jump on some free agent news. So
there were quite a few different signings that we had. I think
I don't know if we're gonna get into too many.
We can hit a couple.
Okay.
Big ones. Like Khalil Mack, 9-time Pro Bowl outside linebacker, pass rusher. Khalil Mack returning to the Chargers for a 1-year deal, $18 million.
Yeah. Well, Huntley signed with the Ravens. Remember, there's a lot of talk that the Browns, a lot of the local guys here were talking about the Browns possibly having an interest in bringing Huntley back again.
I think that's a good move for the Ravens because, Lamar Jackson doesn't
He
seem
fits
to
their
play.
style.
Yeah, and he doesn't. Lamar doesn't seem to hold up for 17 games.
Nah.
Trying to see if there's any AFC North stuff, Steve.
Yeah. So for AFC North, I kind of had this pulled. So as far as what other teams have done in the North, Baltimore, we just said they re-signed Tyler Huntley, offensive lineman John Simpson signing with them, and we talked about too. Trey Hendrickson is now going to Baltimore. The Bengals, they re-signed Dalton Risner to a 1-year deal. They also signed Edge to replace Hendrickson. They're signing Boy Mafi to a 3-year, $60 million deal. They're re-signing cornerback Jalen Davis. And it's also expected that safety Brian Cook is going to sign a 3-year, I think it's $40.25 million deal.
Okay.
And then Browns we talked about last but not least is those Pittsburgh Steelers.
Dirty bastards.
Well, they are signing supposedly running back Rico Dowdle to a 2-year, which they lost Gainwell. Kenneth Gainwell, I think, signed with the Bucks. Yeah, Brownie's team. Or is going to. So they're signing Rico Dowdle to a 2-year, $12.5 million deal. They made a huge trade. Pierce. Well, the receiver from Indy, Alex Pierce, the guy I really liked, would have loved to have seen the Browns try and get him somehow, but he signed that massive deal for 4-year, over $100 million contract.
That's
shortly
crazy.
After doing that, they announced that they're going to be trading Michael Pittman Jr. is going to the Steelers in exchange for a late round pick swap. He's signing a 3-year, $59 million deal with Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's got some nice receivers.
They do. Well, now you got Pittman and DK Metcalf. I think that entices? I fully expect. Do you think Rodgers is back another year?
I would think so.
I think so. I think with the taste of the playoffs, feeling like maybe they should have went further. I think now you just added another weapon like Pittman. I expect him to come back.
And once again, Steve, as a Browns fan, I hope he does.
Defensive lineman Cameron Hayward, he's going to sign a new 2-year deal. There's some talk that, hadn't heard anything, but he's signing defensive lineman Ezi Adamoah is re-signing a 1-year deal. A lot of re-signs. Linebacker Cole Holcomb. They are signing supposedly cornerback free agent Jamel Dean to a 3-year, $36.75 million deal.
Very good cornerback.
Yeah. Asante Samuel Jr. is re-signing a 1-year deal, and the last one I saw was Darnell Savage, safety, is signing a 1-year deal. So it's been pretty, Pittsburgh's been pretty active. They've all been somewhat active to a point, I guess.
One little note too, Steve. Greg Newsome, the third, he's signing with the Giants on a 1-year deal. So
yeah, I did see that.
Andrew Berry wins that deal.
Right? I did see that. Caught up here. James said worst announcers ever, so he's not a fan of the Super Bowl ones. I actually kind of like Troy Aikman. I do like Troy. Buck, I can take. Hayward signed new 2-year deal. Yep. And then he also said that why didn't Barry offer a 5th for Pittman? Right? I would have been interested in Pittman.
I would have too, but I guess Barry's got other plans.
He's got a plan. He's sticking to that plan. We shall see. Anyway, all right. So that's it with that one. We're going to jump to another segment here. Look we're trying to catch up here. 12:49.
We're doing good.
We're making up some ground here. Although I could do this all day.
Steve's 2-minute drill. I love this part.
Well, I almost forgot about this, but I do have a few things. Well, first thing I want to talk about is we texted a little bit, and I thought you had. Did you have the PSLs? So
yes, the Browns put out a statement about the PSLs that season ticket holders right now, which you and I are. We will be getting a credit for our PSLs at the new stadium, which I think this is really good news for us, and I like what the Browns are doing here.
Well, they listen to the fans. There's a lot of talk about that. So you said, I went to my account. You said you didn't see anything for you.
No, but I also didn't. Did you make your first payment?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't make my payment yet. I was looking. I don't know if I was going to do the 6-month plan or pay in full, but so maybe once I do that, I would get my credit.
Well, I know we got our tickets in 07 and bought the PSLs back then when we had to. And I know they did away with PSLs a few years ago. And but if you kept them, you retain some of your rights, which I didn't really believe. So I always did. So if you ever renewed something, I don't know if you could have backed out of it and said, I don't know why. I mean, you still get all the emails about concerts coming here and stuff. So you should have them. But my account did say it says right there, new Huntington Bank Field PSL credit of $1,125.
Well, Steve, that's great.
Rolling in it.
No, that's actually really good. I commend the Cleveland Browns on this. For that, because Steve, our PSLs are probably going to be 2,000, maybe 3. That's going to take a third off of our bill.
Don't give them any ideals.
Okay, they're $500, and we'll get a $500 credit.
Well, and I was going to post on the screen, but you can't read it. It's so tiny. For those that didn't know, at the old stadium, there was lower level. I think the highest that I had seen back before with the current stadium was lower level. Their PSL was 2,100. Next level, including some of the club, some other lower level seats, and like on the 50 for the upper deck were 1,500. Then you had that third tier, which we fell in. You were, somewhere around the 20 to 40, not quite the 50, in that range. They were $1,125. And the cheapest one was $375, if I saw correctly. The only one that didn't have PSLs were Dog Pound.
Correct.
So they're the only ones that did not have it. But I mean, yeah, I think the Browns are doing the right thing for those of us that did pay a PSL. To do that, that'd be great. Frank said James said, wonder how much single game tickets. I don't know. Based on the survey we got, who knows? There'll be some affordable ones, quote unquote, but some of them are going to be astronomical. And he said he wishes his dad never gave up the tickets. But yeah,
man, I feel bad. That sucks.
Yeah, I got mine, and then I did see where the Browns. Like I said, I agree with you. I think they're doing the right thing here. It'll make at least a little bit of a dent if and when they come out with the new ones. So that'll be, I cringe to see. I think we might hear something as soon as next year about that, by the way.
Right. That's awesome.
From my sources.
I want to see. I want to see what we're in for here.
Well, from what my sources told me, we could be hearing something as soon as next year. But yeah, the Browns did send out a thing saying we appreciate you being a Browns season ticket member and look forward to you joining us for the 2026 season. No action required, but I'll skip a little. Based on feedback from members like me and you, we made the deliberate investment back into our membership base for 2026 in the future. Your updated 2000 membership invoice, along with a credit recognizing your PSL investment, which can be applied to your future purchase. Now, I want to know this, John. Should I choose not to renew at the new stadium? Will I get that?
No, you don't. No, you don't get your money back. I know you.
That could make it interesting. Yeah, we're gonna try and hold on. We'll see. But anyway, so I did have that. That was one thing. The other thing, and I did post this on a few of the social medias. I love this one. I got me a new Browns mug.
Good for you, good for me, good for everybody. Good for you.
That's a sharp looking glass there.
I love it. I love that elf glass. There
Right?
we go.
I was looking around.
Now, did you get that at would you go hometown or something for that sign?
I actually went to Rally House.
Rally House. Does that one smell too, or does that not smell?
No, this one didn't. I was looking at glasses. I have some rocks glasses for like bourbon with my Browns. I got the old one back in the day. Those like smoky looking gray
70s.
Yeah, I got those on Marketplace. I got the regular rocks glasses with the Browns helmet. I got the big tall like pint glasses, but I'm like, I don't have a good Browns mug. And
now you got a bourbon mug.
Oh, geez, didn't think about that. They actually had a decent selection. That was $15, which I didn't. We buy mugs. My wife and I, when we do vacations, we're guilty of buying usually a coffee mug from wherever we go. they're at least 10 to 12 bucks. So considering NFL, everything's marked up. I thought that was not terrible, to be honest.
And if I could critique your mug for a second, Steve.
Yes.
I really appreciate the handle where you can get like 3 good, maybe 4 fingers into that thing.
Right. And the other little thing, I don't know if you can see it on there.
I can't.
It does say Cleveland
You
Browns.
got your hand all over. Oh, on the stem. It says
on the
Cleveland Browns.
handle. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the camera and everything's backwards. So, but no, the only thing I will say, they advertise this as a 15 ounce. So of course I had to do a quick little test. It don't hold 15 ounces. We have a Keurig, and I have the highest one for my Keurig is 12 ounces, which I usually do for my coffee every day. It barely fits the 12 ounces.
Did you measure the Keurig amount in a
no.
In a
but it says 12 ounces
in a calibrated mug?
Is this proven?
Is it scientific?
Is that my cousin Vinny reference? Can never go wrong. James Frank said that's nice. I appreciate that, James. So yeah, those were my big things. And then one final thing for those that know, sorry, we were doing so good and I got sidetracked. For those that know, we talked about the Max Crosby and the whole debacle with that. I happened to come across this gem, and I gotta admit, I was laughing my ass off when I saw this.
What's that?
It was, and here comes the picture. It's for those that can't see, it's Ravens headquarters with Sashi Brown next to a fax machine and a walkie-talkie, and it's basically insinuating that the fax was not working. That's the infamous when they tried to make that trade for AJ McLaren and didn't get it over in time.
Yep.
So I thought I saw that. I was dying.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. So that's it for me. You got anything, John?
I had one for you, Steve. So I know this is your segment, but I always like to throw one in for you.
Yeah, no.
I'm not as good as you because I wasn't as prepared. I didn't have a picture, but I want to talk about, Steve, how Logan Paul said he wants to knock out Myles Garrett for $1 million. What? These kids, you know what? I know they're from the Cleveland area. I think they're from Westlake, Logan and Jake Paul. But what 2 clowns, man? I think just clowns. I wish they would go away. And then Le'Veon Bell said, "I'll take that for $1 million." And Logan Paul's like, no, I don't want any of you because he's actually a boxer.
Yeah.
Well, that was my 2-minute drill, and hopefully these.
I'm not a big.
He would fight Myles Garrett so he could knock his block off.
Right. I'm not a big wrestling fan at all. I don't. Our buddy Lou Marconi was a former pro wrestler, former heavyweight champion. Didn't the WWE or somebody step in and say they're not allowing it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
No,
I thought I could have swore that they're not allowing him they don't want him to get hurt, something, whatever, and mess up his contract with them. I'm 90% sure. So anyway, on that note, that's it for the 2-minute drill. We're going to jump right now into one of our favorite segments, The Land. And John, you got it this week.
I do have it this week. So, Steve, do you know what season it is?
I know it's almost boating season, but what is the official season right now?
It's ice cream season, Steve.
Ice cream season. You might change your mind over the next couple of days as we drop back for you, but go ahead. I'm going to go with it. 70 degrees, a couple of days. It was nice.
It was, and that's what made it ice cream season for me. So my wife and we went over to Mitchell's Ice Cream in Rocky River, where they actually just remodeled. They used to have a train going around. They took the train down. They did some remodeling, put all nice, really new tables in there. The whole counter area looks nice and clean. Steve, have you ever been to a Mitchell's?
One time is that the one that's off West 25th too?
Yes.
We popped. Deb and I went there one time, and that was it. And it's been a while.
I go quite a bit in the summertime. My daughter Madeline, she is an ice cream fanatic, so we get up there a couple times together during the summer.
Nice.
So they remodeled. Steve, I want to tell you about the ice cream. The ice cream there is fantastic. For one, I've been going for years, and I'm stuck on this peanut butter chocolate sundae, and they put the sprinkle. I get vanilla ice cream with it, peanut butter, chocolate sprinkles. They put the cherry on top. Fantastic.
That sounds amazing.
All their Sundays. Erin, my wife, she gets the Tin Roof every time, the Tin Roof Sunday.
Oh,
Highly recommend Mitchell's ice cream for that sweet treat. Now, Steve, I got to be 100% honest with you on this.
uh-oh.
Not only did I get that, the chocolate and peanut butter brownie,
Mm-hmm.
I also got a, it's a shake, but what the fuck do they call these things?
What's your language? We're kid friendly.
A malt. It was a malt. A chocolate
malt. God.
Dude, so good. I felt so sick by the time I got home, but it was worth every bite and every sip.
Dude, I've been guilty of that before. You go to an ice cream place, I'm like, I'd really like to have a good milkshake, but I kind of want to eat ice cream. Maybe I'll do both. I haven't gone to your level yet and done both. My wife's also a ice cream fanatic. That's probably her favorite thing in the world to eat.
Wait, you know what, Steve? So I haven't had sugar. My for New Year's, I wasn't eating sugar. I'm going to the gym. I honestly thought that I was going to go into some type of shock or something. Like I shocked my system with like so much sugar that night. But like I said,
Wow.
it was well worth it.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is the land segment for this week. Mitchell's Ice Cream. They're all over the Northeast Ohio area. Well, not all over, but you have Avon, 25th Street. I think Strongsville, there might be one. I should have looked that up before, but
my buddy Chris Fisk thinks he's special, and he did not text. He's been commenting for weeks on Facebook about the show, and we had glitches with it not coming over on our studio screen. And now he sent me a text saying, "I've never been there." Chris is he is obsessed in a good way. That's why I think we're such good friends. He loves going to places. He'll send me texts. Have you been here? He's not originally from here, but they've been here now for several years, and he loves a good place to eat. He's like you. He appreciates some of the finer restaurants. They just went to Pier W here last week, him and his wife. But
I knew I liked it for a reason.
He sent me a text. I have not been there. Put it on the show. Come on, Chris. We can all see you now. Anyway, well, that's a good segment. You want to get that off?
Oh, yeah. That ice cream's making me hungry.
Right?
Steve.
That milkshake, I'm sorry, malt is Malt. Get it right. Anyway, no, good stuff there. We're going to finish up the last couple of segments with our There's a Gleam.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to kind of go off track a little here and not really going to do football related, but since it's a week away and it'll be the day before our next show, it's next Tuesday is St. Patrick's Day.
Wrist up.
Wrist up. So
wrist up for St. Patty's Day.
Now, I actually do have Irish in my family. I don't know the exact percentage, but we do have Irish. But I think on St. Patrick's Day, I think everybody claims to be Irish. So
I'm Ukrainian, 99% Ukrainian, but I'm Irish on March 17th every year.
There you go. Do you have any plans for St. Patty's Day?
Yes, I do. Guess what? I finally did it, Steve. I broke down. Well, so I make my corned beef every year, right? I started sous vide my corned beef for like 20 or 48 hours.
Yep, you've been telling me about that. I still have not done it.
And now I went next level and I got a meat slicer. So now I can make that really shaved thin corned beef. So I'm going to be having my sister will be coming over. Madeline will be coming over. Taylor's working downtown.
Nice.
I don't know if she's working at the salon or at Southern Tier, but so yeah, we're going to have some people over and eat some corned beef. What about you? What's your plans for St. Patty's Day this year?
And yeah, you go next level with that food. I know we've both been trying to I think the key to a good corned beef is how it's sliced.
Yes.
And
I just can't get it thin enough with a knife, even though I try.
Well, and I have a question I put up on the screen. Who has the best corned beef sandwich in the basically Cleveland area? So anybody out there, if you've got your opinion, let us know. But
great question, Steve.
It's what fat guys do. We talk about food a lot. And, no, for the first time, it's been many years. We used to do the St. Patrick's Day thing. We'd go downtown, drink way more than we should, bounce around, see the parade, hit a bunch of different bars. I think we used to start over at Becky's, which is over by Cleveland State campus, and then work our way downtown, stop somewhere, usually Panini's when it was back over by the ballpark, and grab one of their corned beef sandwiches. But I haven't done it in years.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way, adults. But this year, I said, you know what? I am going to do something. And I talked to my buddy Chris, who we were just talking about, and I'm like, you know what? I'm taking off work that day, and I want to go somewhere and drink and stuff my face with some corned beef. So Chris and I are going to be. We haven't figured out where yet. We'll probably stay somewhere local in the Lake County area, but we are going to get together, have some beverages, and try and figure out where we want to get corned beef at.
Are you going like kegs and eggs 8 in the morning, or are you going to try and do like around noon?
Good question. He's my gym partner, which I have been terrible at lately. I don't know. We haven't really decided how early. If I go early, I'll be done by noon and passed out. So we'll see. I don't know. We usually go to the gym first thing in the morning. Shout out to OSF, Ohio Sports Fitness. That's our gym. But yeah, we usually go there in the morning. So maybe we'll try and be good and go to the gym first, then go. But I don't know if we're gonna do. I'm leaning more towards getting a sandwich. So and that's I want to ask you, John, because you're a food connoisseur. Who do you think has the best corned beef in Cleveland?
I'm going to go right off the top of my head, Slyman's.
Well, I had it down to these were the ones I think I've been to all but one. Slyman's. I thought it was Superior Deli, but officially it's Superior Restaurant. Remember, we used to go there back in the day when we were at Minutemen.
Yeah.
Remember our 30th and Superior? They're very close to Slyman's, actually close location, and they're also style. Jack's corned beef or Jack's Deli, which I have not been to. That's in South Euclid.
I've never been there.
Yeah, no, they're in South Euclid. And then the other one was, and we've been here, Joe's Deli in Rocky River.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. So that one is actually a picture of Slyman's. And for me, how they slice that so thin, just melts in your mouth. And nothing worse when I get a piece of meat and it's got a bunch of gristle that I can't eat. That kind of turns me off. But they've got
this corned beef or Reuben. I mean, your regular corned beef or Reuben sandwich.
For St. Patrick's Day, I'm going standard corned beef. I do like me a good Reuben. What about you?
I go Reuben all the time.
Yeah.
Even though I do like corned beef with some mustard on it.
That is good. Well, and the other one I really like is, what about corned beef or pastrami?
Oh,
I do love me some pastrami.
This is Sophie's choice right now. Gun to the head, I'm going to go corned beef.
Yeah, classic. Although, if somebody has pastrami, a lot of times I will find myself ordering just because I don't see it a lot. Corned beef I can get at most places, but pastrami not so much. I love them both. I mean, you really can't go wrong. So anyway, that was There's a Gleam. Shout out to everybody. Hope everybody has a great, happy, and safe St. Patrick's Day. Be responsible. Have fun, have some beer. I really think it's cool. Cleveland doesn't do it here, but Chicago, the one tradition I've always liked is how they do the river green, diet green for St. Patrick's Day.
I've always wanted to go to that.
We should. You think our good friend Chad Stavro would have invited us out for that? Stay at the place, come, we'll go. He's yet to do it. So, Chad, we're waiting for that invite. Maybe we'll get it if he's listening. So, anyway, so that's it for me for There's a Gleam.
That was a good segment.
Yeah.
Looks like we're kind of coming to, sadly, the end of our show.
Oh, that does get sad. Anyway, not bad. Not bad. I'm trying to pull this up here real quick.
Well,
so anyway, keep your eyes open. 4:00 today, and what? Less than 3 hours, 2 hours and 52 minutes, according to my time. Those contracts can be signed officially, and they will officially be members of the teams. So looking forward to that. Hoping that happens here soon. But anyway, want to thank you for joining us today. Again, shout out to my cousin Lisa, and I kept this up here just for that one more picture of her with Bigfoot in my face. But happy birthday, Lisa. Hope you guys have a great day.
Now that's you in the middle, right?
Thanks, pal. That's Bigfoot.
So I got that mixed up. I'm sorry.
I'm the guy holding a beer too. Well, I think it was a cup of beer and a canned beer with her.
There you go.
So, anyway, that was the Muni crew, which may or may not make a return here. We'll see. But anyway, we want to thank you guys for joining us today. It's great to finally be back on live on Facebook, our Facebook page. We are officially live. So next week, I think we'll be talking about more free agency, the signings and stuff, official signings and other roster moves. we're going to start looking towards the draft and prospects more. Now that free agency is underway, now I think we're going to really focus more on the draft and really dive deeper in there. We're also going to be releasing, like we said earlier, our first mock draft soon. The land, see where we'll be checking out next week. That's to be determined. And we still may have a show announcement. John, I don't want to jinx this. I was hoping we'd have it this week. I'm confident that we may have it for next week's show, but there's still a big announcement we're waiting to do. Please, again, remember to follow us social medias. I know you can't read that, can you, Jem?
No, just
subscribe on YouTube at There's a Gleam Podcast, Facebook, There's a Gleam Podcast, X. You can follow me at Hemi44. You can follow John at Get the Gleam. TikTok, John, he's at John There's a Gleam, and I am at There's a Gleam Podcast. And you can now listen to us on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. Usually, if not later today, for sure by the next day. Just look for our logo, and you'll find us on there. So please subscribe, follow, like, share, help us spread the word. We're trying to grow here, get a little bit bigger. And your help would be much appreciated. Love the comments. Look for us on social media. Anything you want to add, John?
Just keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the sky. Go Browns.
Wait, is that Casey?
Casey Kasem.
I was going to say, I've heard that before. Well, there you go. Again, thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and go Browns.